Welcome to MyndMedium Unfiltered, where we talk about creativity, soul, culture, and all the chaos in between. It is real, it is raw, it is definitely unfiltered. Hi, my name is Martha Okiya. If it's your first time stopping by, it's great to have you here. And just so you know, this is a podcast where we celebrate great minds like yours. So if you once thought that you were weird, this is a space for you. So join the community and stay tuned to enjoy all the goodness of this episode. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for sticking around as usual. We will definitely continue to grow together. It's been a long time since I last recorded because I have been very busy creating life in me together with my amazing partner. So, returning to record once again is such an amazing time. And yes, looking forward to the best as usual. So, today is a special day, it's a special episode. Is MyndMedium Unfiltered. We are in the process of rebranding to continue to be better, you know, and I'm so thankful for the feedbacks I've been getting so far, how warm, amazing each episodes have been. Thank you so much for close friends who have reached out and left a message and to just let me know how they feel. So I promise definitely it will get better and better, unique, authentic, and everything amazing in between, if you get what I mean. So today is not just special because of all these things I just mentioned. It's also special because I have with me a special guest. She's a British Latvian. I'm sure I am correct with the way I'm pronouncing this. She's a painter. She is a graffiti lover. She's an editor and publisher of an interior design magazine. She's a soul full of stories, and there's a lot that we have like in common, even if there's some things she doesn't agree on, like star signs and stuff like that. But she's someone worth having around, and I'm so glad to have her on the show today. She's also married to a British Nigerian, as I'm Nigerian, you guys know, and I'm married to a Nigerian man also. We have a lot of stuff in common. So today, sitting with me is my friend. We would be discussing faith, art, love, spirituality, and every other nice thing. So join me as I welcome Laura.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for being here, Laura. It's amazing. It's exciting to have you here.
It's a pleasure.
I'm so looking forward to how the conversation would be. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's the weekend like?
All good. Can't complain.
Are you settling in?
Yeah, settling in. Had a good rest today as well. So good.
That's amazing.
And yours?
My weekend was great, but it was very busy.
Was it? What were you doing?
It was busy, and coupled with the holiday,
Oh,
it was busy with resting, planning, creating, doing stuff.
yeah. So you must have enjoyed the holiday. When did you finish work?
Was it not? What it was? It was
Was it Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Wednesday we finished work, and the holiday began on Thursday. It was something we were all looking forward to. Trust me.
Yeah.
The 9 to 5 hours. It's not easy.
I completely
It's
understand.
not easy. So yeah, Laura.
Yes.
Like how Dubai is.
Mm-hmm.
It can be quiet sometimes, and in the midst of the quietness, it can be very busy. It's just this holiday was a bit quiet, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it
It was
was
a bit
quite
quiet.
quiet.
I think a lot of people either went out or something. I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
think? Wasn't it quiet?
The thing is, for me, is I was in the house the whole time, so I was very
Homebodies.
much. I'm such a homebody. Like, I just love sitting in the house, doing my work, cooking food, just chilling, relaxing. Yeah, that's my kind of thing. Maybe going for like a little walk in the evening.
Yeah.
So I didn't really go out much. I didn't really see what is the holiday really about.
But how's it been like? How's settling in Dubai been like? Because I know that you've traveled across cities and cultures, different cultures.
Yes.
Your background is rich. I find you interesting and rich. I don't know.
Okay.
How about you? How you see it? But like you've lived in Latvia. You are the one that actually made me know about the existence of the country.
So many people
Latvia.
don't know.
I didn't know about it. And so you've lived in Latvia, you've lived in the UK, you've lived in Spain.
Yes.
And now you're currently living in Dubai.
Yes.
How has that experience been? You know, like how was the difference? Was there any cultural shock? Was there anything you've learned? How has it like built you, you know, that kind of thing?
Oh wow, it's a long story, you know. It's the story of my life. So yeah, like I've been brought up in Latvia, so that's where I was born. So my mom and dad, they both are Latvian.
Okay.
And I moved when I was 15 years old to UK, and that's where I actually moved, and I had no English as well, because I did not take English seriously in Latvia when they were trying to teach me in the school. I was like, no, I don't need this English. And then I realized I went to the UK. I was like, oh my goodness, I need English now, and I didn't have it. So that was fun. So I had to learn a whole new language there. I spent in UK most of my life until I was around 21. Now I'm 27, by the way.
Okay.
So basically, actually UK was a huge culture shock for me, because Latvia, us as Latvians, we're quite like serious people. Like you could see on our face that we look grumpy, but we're actually not grumpy. You know what I mean? So when I went to UK and everyone was like, hi, how are you? Like even in the shopping, like in the supermarket, I was like very shocked. I was like, what do you want from me? Like, are you okay? And I didn't really understand it, you know? And my auntie was like, just smile, like it's okay, like this is how it is. So that was a huge culture shock for me, the UK. So I started to become more like smiley and, you know, happy. So yeah, I've kind of got rid of this.
I thought they said the UK people were grumpy.
Really?
Yeah. I thought they're not like so friendly.
Not
They're
so.
always like grumpy, so I'm surprised that they were more smiley. I don't know, someone at my workplace, he's British. He said that always grumpy, that he's grumpy anyway, so maybe he's just
Where's he from?
talking about himself. I'm not sure is it states you guys call it? I don't know, is it country? How do you like if someone is from Manchester, that's a state, right?
Yeah, it's like Manchester, I guess. Just as a Manchester.
It's a city.
It's a
city. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure what city he's from, but I know he's from the UK anyway.
Yeah. Maybe like people in like London, bit more grumpy, and like bigger cities, because I guess like it's like, you know, it's just stressful, isn't it? But I was in Cornwall, that's where I was in.
Where's that?
Cornwall is, how do I describe it? It's a coastal kind of place in UK. Maybe that's actually wrong, sorry. It's more like it's like a province, and it's like quite far away from London. It's like 8 hours drive. But it's very like nature, and there's a lot of like coastal towns. It's quite like outside of the city. So like a little towns together in one province.
Okay, cool. Sounds cool.
So I was there, and yeah, people were very nice, which was really nice, and it actually teach me how to be more maybe smiley and more, having a conversation, because that's the thing in Latvia, people are very like honest. Like even in the shop, like you would be buying something and they would just not tell you anything. They'll just be like, okay, thanks, yeah, go. But in UK it was like, hello, how are you, how was your day, things like that. So that was something that I've learned. And then we went to live also in Spain for 4 years. We moved to Spain after I met my husband.
That's a long time you guys stayed there, actually.
Yeah, it was actually like split between 2 years. We were in Mallorca, which was in an island. Have you heard of Mallorca?
No.
It's basically like next to Ibiza. It's one of the islands.
Yeah, I've heard of Ibiza.
Yeah, so it's like few islands which belong to Spain.
Okay.
So it was one of the islands that we were living in for 2 years. And then for 2 years we were living in the mainland, Almeria kind of side.
Sounds interesting.
Yes. It was great. And also from like Spain, that was a little bit also of a culture shock coming from the UK, because their people are just like very slow, they want to like have a siesta and a lot of party. And it was really nice. I really enjoyed that kind of like rhythm of life. It was very relaxing. So yeah, it was like kind of moving to that. And then now in Dubai it's completely opposite, isn't it?
I can't wait to hear what you think about Dubai compared to all of the cities you've lived in. What do you think about Dubai?
The thing is, my experience with Dubai is,
well, you're not yet up to 1 year, so
yes.
But in within the months you've stayed, what's the shock? Is there any shock? Is there any difference? Is there anything that you really love about being here in Dubai?
Okay, the shock is the driving. The driving is absolutely crazy. People are driving just crazy. There's like 5-6 lanes, and then everyone is just doing whatever they want. That's just absolutely crazy for me. Because coming from UK and Spain, the roads are so much more organized. And in Spain there isn't so many lanes, so it's very chill when you drive there. So that's the shock. But just generally, like Dubai, I absolutely love it here. Like, I think it's so beautiful here. I love the malls. I love that people are quite driven, and there's quite a lot of opportunity here. I love it because, for example, from where I was coming from Spain, I lived in a very small town in Mahaka, and there it was mainly retired people. So for me and my husband, being young people, it was very boring. So coming here, it's like a breath of fresh air, even meeting you guys. It's just amazing. I love it.
That's amazing. The fact that you've like navigated through these cities and cultures is like a Netflix series.
Yeah.
Already. But do you think that all of the experience you've put together has affected your creativity in art, in design? Do you think that they have an impact on your work?
Yeah, definitely. I think being in different places and living in different environments has definitely inspired me. For example, in Spain, I felt more like I was living by the beach. I literally was living 1 minute walk from the beach. So I felt very relaxed, and I just felt like I wanted to do like a lot of like interiors that are like flowy and airy and beautiful. And for example, coming here though in Dubai, I'm more now inspired more like of the car scene, a little bit more of the flashy things, and
luxury.
Things like that. Luxury, yes.
I for one also, I really love the car scenes in Dubai. It's just great. The different cars you see and how
Yes.
beautiful they are in the
So
city
nice.
with the sky.
Yeah.
It's cool, the high rise and everything. It's definitely amazing. Dubai is an art piece itself.
Definitely. The skyline is just so gorgeous here. Like all the buildings and yeah, like the cars just perfectly fit in it.
What's the most meaningful thing you've ever painted?
Okay, so this is an interesting question. I've painted a lot of things, but the most meaningful I've painted was in my college when I was like 16, and it was a painting on like a table that I made the table myself.
Okay.
And I created this piece for my mother, inspired from my mother, because she had a few miscarriages. And I basically, I did this beautiful piece, and there was like these beautiful little sculptures underneath the painting of little angels and things like that. And what really made it like special was when my mother came to see what I was really doing, because remember I left Latvia, so for her it was interesting to know, okay, what my daughter's really doing here in UK. And when I showed her that painting, she started to cry, and that's when, from there, I just always remember that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Were you born into art, or is something it's a love that you picked up, or you learned it, or was your home full of artistic stuff that you grew up with? Like, what inspired your artistic journey beginning from Latvia? Because I'm very interested to know how growing up in Latvia was for you, because I know it will be rich in tradition, medieval, the history will be very rich. I'm just even imagining them in their cultural outfits.
Yeah,
And
it's very cultural.
the seasons they celebrate, like festivals they celebrate. I'm just wondering, I'm sure it will be very colorful and stuff. How was it like?
Yeah, so it's very, very colorful. Like Latvia's got like a lot of patterns, and a lot of pagan is kind of
tradition.
It's that's how it's called as well. There pagan traditions there. However, like that actually didn't inspire me so much, I'm not gonna lie. So what actually inspired me to do my art was when I moved to UK. And the story was actually quite funny, because I wanted to become a doctor. Okay,
interesting. I wanted to be a doctor as well.
Really? I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. That was my
plastic surgeon. No.
And so basically I was like, okay, I need to take these A levels, because you need certain A levels to become doctor, plastic surgeon. But my language was really bad, as I mentioned. I couldn't really speak. So when it came to exams, my teachers literally told me, you're gonna fail, because you have no language, you have nothing, you are talking to me through Google Translate. How will you ever think that you're gonna pass this? Which they were right. Because
I understand.
the science exams, are very tough. So I was telling them, like, what do you mean? Like, what am I gonna do then? Like, do I need to go back to Latvia now? Does that mean that? So I was actually very much at the crossroads of my life, when I thought, okay, either I'm going back and I just give up on my life, or I stay and I think of something else. So I thought, you know what? I might as well just do art, because I didn't know I could do art, okay?
Oh, wow.
So the highest level of my art was sketching some butterflies in my math book in the math lesson. That was the level of my art, okay?
Wow.
So because I thought, there you're not gonna need much language, but actually that level was quite high in terms of art. So that really pushed me, and I actually found out that I have a talent. And actually shout out to Miss Pinhay in Bodmin College. she pushed that talent out of me, and I could all of a sudden paint and draw and do all of these amazing things, and I was just like, what? Is this me? Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I found out that I could draw.
You know that feeling is so amazing when you find
Yeah.
out you could do something
Yeah.
that you never knew all this while you had in you. It's so great.
Yeah.
I love that feeling.
I was looking at my painting and I was like, I just couldn't understand it. This was me doing it, and I just started to cry. I was like, so beautiful. Yeah.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was emotional.
So how has it been like with your magazine? It's so cool that you had a magazine that you've recently sold, but still you're still like a publisher and editor of the magazine still. Can you like reflect your time on creating this beautiful piece and how it has improved your knowledge in business, in design, in creativity as a whole?
Oh wow. Yeah, so it's a long journey.
Yeah.
So the story behind actually the magazine was, I used to be a Zumba teacher as well.
By the way, this is the magazine, guys. Beautiful.
So yeah,
This is the issue from the edition from March this year. Yes. It's cute.
it's very interior,
Yeah.
very I was trying to make it very glamorous.
It is glamorous. Sir.
Yeah, the story behind the magazine was, I actually met a lady. I used to do Zumba instructor in the gym. I'm a Zumba instructor.
You are a Zumba instructor? Really?
Yes.
Wow. When are we
So-
having a session, please?
Whenever you want.
I'm ready. From once I start my maternity leave, we'll have it at home.
We'll have it at home, 100%. I haven't done it for a long time now, but
Okay.
for a few months now. But yes, so I met a lady who was coming to my class,
Okay.
and you know, we started to have a conversation on the way home, and she was telling me, you know, that she's working for this magazine, and that the owners want to sell it and things like that. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I went home to my husband, and my husband's quite entrepreneurial. Shout out to Usman. Yeah, so he was like, we're gonna buy it.
Okay.
I was like, really? Are you sure? He's like, yeah, we're gonna buy it. I said, are you sure about this? We haven't even seen it. He's like, yeah, I just feel this is the right thing, you know. So we've actually managed to get it in our hands. There's a whole story behind that as well.
Yeah,
but
we
not
don't
today.
we need to go into the
Yeah.
detail.
So, but it was originally a British magazine, and it was very, very old style.
Wow.
So it was quite sweet. Like there was a lot of nice information, but it was completely nothing to do with how it is like right now as it is. And I completely rebranded it into interior and lifestyle magazine. So before, like, I would never know that I could design magazines. So when my husband told me, he was like, okay, let's buy it, I was like, this is absolutely crazy, you know, because I knew I'm gonna be the designer who's gonna have to put everything together.
Yeah.
So it was a huge learning curve for me. There's a lot of tears, you know, a lot of sweat, a lot of sleepless nights, but
as every project is.
yes. So, but at the end, you know, I learned how to do it, and the magazine was quite like old-fashioned before, and once I realized, okay, this is maybe not the way I want it to be. I wanted to rebrand it into something fresh, modern, because I love interiors, you know. I love all about interiors, textiles. So yeah, I just wanted it to be like this beautiful Spanish magazine where you're gonna open it up and on your balcony sitting by the beach and thinking how you can, you know, get inspired and improve your house and there's a lot of good stuff in there, you know, a lot of lifestyle hacks as well and things like that.
That's cool. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit. We'll probably come back to artistic talk. I know that in Latvia, I hope you don't mind that I keep going back to Latvia,
No,
because
please.
that's the beginning.
Yeah, that's
Because
the
if I'm to
beginning.
talk about myself, definitely I'll say a lot about my beginnings in
Yeah.
Nigeria, particularly the town I even grew up.
Mhm.
Because for me right now, I believe it played a major role
Yes.
in in raising me, like putting all the pieces about me together.
Yeah.
You know, I know that Latvia is a very like old cultured place, and it has this Orthodox Catholic
Yes.
tradition as well, aside from the pagan
Yes.
cultures there. And you're Christian.
Yes, I am.
Moving across all these cultures and these cities that you've been so far, how has your spirituality evolved?
Okay, that's a really good question. I'm not gonna lie, I've always been Christian. You know, I've
Yeah.
grew up as a Christian since I was young, but we didn't really go into too deep into it. We were just going to church a
Yeah.
few times a month.
Oh, we did go to church every day.
Wow,
Growing
every
up.
day.
Yeah, almost every day.
Oh wow.
Okay, but not really like every Sunday though. When we're younger,
Yeah.
our grandma took us to church every Sunday.
Wow, that's some commitment every day.
Oh, not every day, every Sunday.
Every
At least.
Sunday.
But then during the week, in between, there are services you have to attend. So they definitely took us there. I was in the choir, myself and my sister.
So you can sing.
Let's continue. You were saying. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, so basically, so I've been brought up Christian. Probably kind of lukewarm Christian.
Okay.
It wasn't a big deal for me, you know. And only now till recently, I've fully decided to, explore again Christianity and my faith and faith in the Almighty God, Jehovah.
Yeah. You've basically just evolved.
Yeah.
Now that you're like in the stage in life, you've decided to go deeper.
Yes.
To know things more, to broaden your knowledge and your experience. How's that been so far? How fulfilling has it been?
Oh wow, it has fulfilled me, because before I didn't really have like a direction and understanding. It was almost like I was just, now that I look back, I was like almost like naked without protection out there in the world.
Imagine.
And now, coming closer to God is just been so amazing. It's been so like just relaxing, because I can just give all of my worries to Him.
Yeah.
And I can just live my life without worries. It's
like
amazing.
a personal therapist.
Literally.
Every
day.
Free. That is free. You don't have to pay.
Literally.
To go anywhere to see. So how do you stay grounded? Do you have like moments where you have doubts, like questioning? How do you stay grounded? For me, how I stay grounded is that, because definitely we're humans, right?
Of course.
There are moments of questioning. You have times where you question a system, a thought, or a plan, whatever it may be. But how I stay grounded, I mean, is relating with like minds. What I believe in, I surround myself with people like that, and thank God for the online presence.
Yeah.
Oh no, YouTube most especially. It just happens that there's just a community for everyone on YouTube. Whatever you believe in, whatever your how I put it, your belief system basically is, your interests and all that. You find everything on YouTube. So I stay grounded by surrounding myself with like minds like that. And mostly really old ancient stuff. old people or something, you know, or ancient information, you know, to keep me grounded, to remind me, you know. So, and then meditating personally, you know, this is how I keep myself grounded. Meditation, I feel that that's the food for my soul.
Oh wow.
You know. So how do you stay grounded? Do you have moments of questioning as well?
Oh, of course, like we all do. Almost every day, you know, like you question something.
Yeah.
I think for me it's like the prayer. The minute, like, let's say I am unsure or I need an answer or I don't understand something or any difficulty, I just go into prayer and
Yeah.
I just, you know, I just realize the state of me as well, that really truly, you know, there's nothing good in me, not from like a perspective of not liking myself, but just really understanding the state of my heart, you know.
You're not comfortable talking about it, it's
I
fine.
am comfortable. I just don't want to like sound like a lot of people are, oh my goodness, she doesn't like herself. Oh. Do you know what I mean? But you
already clarified. You already clarified that not in the thought of you not liking yourself, but in the fact that you're not all righteous. Like you admit that you're not all righteous. You're human, you know. You have flaws, so you go in prayer to like give all that.
Yes.
You know.
So yeah, what I do is like I go into prayer and I really understand really also the state of myself, and you know that there's nothing good in me.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that I don't like myself, but really the state of all of our human beings, you know, our hearts, you know, there's a lot of flaws, you know.
Yeah.
And knowing that true state of yourself, it's very humbling, you know. And that also keeps me very grounded with everything, because I know that, you know, anyone can make mistakes and the world is, you know, quite chaotic at the same time. So I'm in peace with that at the same time. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. So definitely for your faith has evolved and deepened from 5 years ago until now.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different person. So as me, I cannot say I'm the same person 5 years ago. You know, definitely my spirituality has improved and definitely will keep on improving.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to be the same person as I am today in December.
Definitely. Yeah.
You know, I would keep on evolving in my thinking and everything. One of the things I have noticed for this year spiritually is that pregnancy is one spiritual journey.
Wow, it is.
Yeah, pregnancy is a very, I don't know, it's a very, I don't think I have a word yet to describe the journey of pregnancy.
Can't
It's
even
a very
imagine.
sacred experience, you know. It's amazing. Like, it's just incredible how you get to understand that you and your husband, like, you are co-creators. You know, you are you're given the power, the authority, you know, to be able to be in that kind of a position, you know. And pregnancy brings you close to the source, you know, to the life force, you know. It brings you, there's this quietness it brings into your life, you know. You're so intentional, so aware, so grounded.
I can't imagine. You must be also feeling like very heightened with everything. You can feel everything
like
much
even
more.
the dreams you have.
Wow, really?
And this is not just for the wife, because I even observed that even your husband would be having crazy dreams also.
Really?
Yeah.
Please tell me, what kind of dreams? Like, you don't have to go into detail, but you can say like.
No, like you have some crazy. It could be revelations. You have all kinds of dreams, even sexual dreams. Because. Why did you say Oh my God.
I don't know what to say.
No, but let's leave this. This that one is a very minute detail, but like you get to have no. It's like a portal is open,
Okay.
and the dreams are almost like there's no difference between the waking life and the sleep life
Mm-hmm.
because they're both so real.
But that's the thing, like, even in the Bible it said, like, when you sleep, like, God's still talking to you, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
through
because
dreams, through
yeah.
revelations.
Because it's another life. That's another
Yeah.
parallel
It's the
parallel
spiritual.
lives. That's another
Yeah.
dimension you're in,
Yeah.
and dreams are real.
Yeah. One of the biggest revelations in Bible are through dreams.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because it's another life happening there.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't take their dreams seriously though.
Yeah, I know. But how can you take them? Like, it's sometimes a bit hard because when you have like a really bad dream, you're like wake up and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
or like what I do is I just pray, but still I'm like, what was this about? You know?
Yeah, there's some bad dreams, but with time, the more you evolve as a person in your spiritual life, the bad dreams get to reduce and you start having more revelations. Pregnancy actually makes you to listen more, like listen to yourself. Like there's a quietness, there's a silence.
Can't wait
You're
for the
not
pregnancy then.
you're not distracted. You're just centered because you understand how spiritual and sacred the journey is. So there's going to be a change. I truly believe that you're not just delivering a child. Like a child is not just arriving through you. The child is also delivering you.
Yeah, I could imagine.
There's going to be like a certain change, and I can't wait to experience it. But I truly believe that there will be a change.
Yeah. I have like, I think even in the Bible it said as well, like, that a child like will change you, will save you as
Yeah.
a woman.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's totally it, because I truly believe in parenting that understand that the child is coming to teach you. You are like a guardian. You are helping to guide the child through the path that he's come for. You're not to control the child. You're not to impose your own ways on the child. The child will come with his own ways, but you're supposed to be a guardian because you've been here in this time longer, so you know people, you know the environment, you have experience with the environment, with the world that he or she's just arriving into. So you're to guide the child that, oh, okay, this is how some people behave, this is how these institutions are, this is how this one is, so you have to tread carefully. That kind of thing, those are the kind of things I feel that as parents, those are the kind of things you guide you guide the child with, but not really to impose on your belief systems. This child is coming to teach you. This child is coming with a fresh, I don't know, it's coming with something fresh.
Yeah, you probably looking at your child, he's just like he doesn't know anything, like it will be, I can't even imagine, like, even the responsibility,
Yeah, it's a responsibility. You're responsible for that child. You are responsible for that child. The knowledge that's embedded in the child, the wisdom that is embedded in the child, you are supposed to guide that to fulfillment.
And how do you feel about all of that?
I feel that it's a great opportunity to be in such a position to be able to do that. It's not an easy one. It won't be easy, but it's a great privilege to nurture, to be able to bring life and see to the end. And that's why, as even a parent or as parents, you have to continue to evolve your mind, because it's a whole lot of work to ensure that your own child also ends up being fulfilled. Because
Yeah.
if that doesn't happen, you failed as a parent, and you've also failed your child, which is like a double a double sin.
No.
You've
No.
missed the mark, because based on your energy, children will come to you. It depends on the kind of energy that you have. That the soul that matches your vibration would probably come to you, so you can be that guardian for it. So when you know yourself, know who you are, know your kind of energy, you already like know the kind of child that will come to you. So you know that
Interesting.
it's going to be a whole lot of work, and it's a challenge. And as a parent, you would need to understand that, okay, my child is coming to teach me things that I may not
Yes.
even know, because his time and my time are different.
Yes.
What I know might not even be relevant anymore in his own time. His time is
True.
different from my time.
Yeah.
So because it all has to do with the evolvement of the mind, the evolution of humanity, of creation. So once every child is born, it's embedded in that child is a wisdom, and most parents lose it or miss it because they're so much into control.
Yeah.
I gave birth to this child. The child also gave birth to you. Is that deep? I gave birth to this child, so my ways must be his ways, blah blah blah. So it's very important for, as a person, you need to know yourself. There are certain things you need to understand about life, so that parenting can be fulfilling. It's really deep. It's not just surface, or like I'm a dad, I'm a mom, and that's it. It doesn't end there. There's a whole lot of stuff in it, and it takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, a lot of um, beautiful moments, a lot of how like there's a word I wanted to use that now I have forgotten, but it takes a lot of strength,
Yeah.
to,
Even your body, like your physical body, like how it's changed as well. Your organs, your everything. So how has been pregnancy so far? Like in terms of physically, how do you feel?
or physically, I feel sometimes you feel really tired. There's a change going on in you, and sometimes you're just like, oh wow, okay, I'm actually nurturing this soul in me that would soon arrive, and it has made things change, my bones, my skin, my color, my everything, and it's all part of the journey. And at the end of the day, you're just thankful. But sometimes it's quite frustrating because of how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling fatigued, or you don't even understand how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling a little bit sick, and then you're like, oh my god, this is a but at the end of the day, you're just really thankful that, wow, this is happening, and you're preparing, and you know that it's a privilege, and you're worth it. Like, you're worth it to be a parent. You deserved it, to be a parent, also to fulfill that responsibility. But there are people who say they don't want children. I don't know why, but I feel that it's a very great experience. It's an amazing experience for one to have. But either ways, if you don't want children, it's all cool too, because there's no point having children if you don't know yourself, because you're just going to give birth to trauma versus trauma versus trauma, and then a legacy of trauma is piled up.
It has to be intentional.
Yeah, everything has to be intentional. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
But then a lot of people, I guess, like a lot of people like become pregnant like accidentally, but then it actually is the blessing of their life, and they don't even realize but they actually are amazing parents as well. So things like that can also happen, I think, maybe.
Yeah, that happens too. That happens to when you're not ready, and it happens, and then immediately you just transition. You just get into the space that, okay, I wasn't ready, but this is a story now, so I have to be ready. And then you become intentional. So yeah, stories like that should happen, and it changes instead of you running away from it like some people do as well. Yeah, let's talk about love across cultures.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Yes. How has that been? Because see, in Nigeria, yes, there's some tribes who have issues with marrying another tribe.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You've heard that.
It's very tribal, isn't it?
Even if we're same country people,
Yeah.
some people have an issue with marrying outside of their tribe. Probably because of the ancient claims and beliefs of is it maintaining the clan's origin or the bloodline, whatever. But in this time, if people even knew a little bit more about history, they'll realize that we are all connected.
Yeah.
These tribes probably are coming from same origin most of the time. When you want to dig deep, some of these tribes are actually even related.
Yeah.
But nowadays we forget about that and we just care about the difference, the separation.
Yeah.
That one too is there, but that's not like the complete truth about it.
True.
So how is it being like being a British Latvian and you're married to a British Nigerian man?
It's been amazing. It's been absolutely amazing, and the things that I have learned as well. Like my eyes have opened up to so many things. Like even us like meeting, it was in beginning like very interesting how much common we have. Like from like Nigerians and Latvians are very similar. Like when it comes to like the way you respect your elders, to traditional even house, being wife and a husband, value systems, very similar. We were almost like very shocked when we were starting to talk about what we both believe in, because it was just everything was matching. So in that sense, it's been very quite easy. But at the same time, yes, it's amazing to like love someone from completely different culture, different background. Yeah, it's great.
Well, what's been tricky?
What's been tricky
with it?
Tricky to really talk, yes, of unfiltered.
If you're comfortable with spitting though.
Yeah, so him being also British Nigerian, him being brought up in UK, he's got a completely different way of seeing like even the West, the way as the West is, For me, I haven't been brought up in the West, but I've been having also completely different experience in Britain compared to him. So learning that, for me, it has also been tricky, because there's been a lot of truths that have opened my eyes to really how tricky it is to be African British person as well. And just being in the kind of Western societies. So, but for me, like, I just realized how privileged I've been, and that's definitely have opened my eyes and made me realize a lot of things. Humbled me a lot.
That's amazing. Was there any cultural shock when you guys first started dating?
Like I said, no, there wasn't really any cultural shock, because we're very like similar, like the Latvian and Nigerian.
Yeah, okay, so there was no.
The
shock was the similarity.
Yeah,
Let's
that
put it
was
way.
the shock.
That was the shock.
We were like laughing. We were like,
really?
Yeah.
The world is indeed a small place.
Yeah.
Human beings are just the same people.
Yes.
happen to appear in different lands, but at the end of the day, there's so much similarity than differences as the media would want to paint it, or stereotypes or rumors. You know, we're so similar. Cultures are similar. You know.
Yeah, even him coming to Latvia, he was like, this is like Nigeria. Even the countryside was like, because I've been brought up in the countryside.
Yeah.
Like, he's like his dad loved it, absolutely
Oh.
loved Latvia as well.
That's amazing.
So he felt like home. He was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
So it was amazing, yeah. I'm very grateful.
So on the table
On the table.
who brings what food? Which one wins? Do you guys bring your foods together? Like, is it jollof at the same time, Latvian stew on the table at the same time?
Some days there are, yeah.
Literally.
Some days there is rice and soup, like Latvian soup.
Yeah.
But mainly all the cooking is I'm doing, you know. Like, my husband's a really good cook as well. But
really?
Yes, but I really enjoy cooking. So I kind of push him out of the kitchen and say, let me sort all of this out. I don't know when I'm gonna be pregnant, it's probably gonna be different.
My husband is actually a good cook as well.
Uh-huh.
There's some things he even taught me.
Oh, wow.
Like gravy chicken stew. He actually was the one that taught me how to prepare that meal. But now I can say I prepare it better than him right now. You know, the woman's touch, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. You take it to the next level.
You take it to the next level.
Yeah.
But he's a good cook. I'm definitely responsible for all the cooking in the house. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't help.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, he's open to help whenever and assist here and there, you know. But during pregnancy, he helps a whole lot.
So I can imagine
cooking
for me,
as well.
It's probably would be as well.
It would be like that. You would need help, definitely.
Yeah.
Because actually, I'm doing 9 to 5 as well. So sometimes you don't have that much energy, especially during the weekdays.
Yeah.
You know, you need much help. You know, my husband has been amazing. He's been great. Been very, very present. Very intentional. Very aware. Very, very, very... Everything. All the great things
amazing.
A man is supposed to be, he is.
Well, look at you. You're glowing. So, you know, you're like... seeing you, like, I haven't maybe met you for a very long time, but seeing you in this pregnancy, you've been just like very glowing.
Because I have peace of mind.
Yes,
I have peace of mind.
That's nice.
You know, the mind is peaceful.
Yeah. By the way, guys, when we were going for a walk, she was making me walk further than I even wanted to. She had way more energy. I was more exhausted after the walk than she was. So
I don't know where the energy is coming from, but it's all God. So yeah, like I think during pregnancy he might have to like be a little bit supportive in the kitchen.
And definitely he will be. Like, thing is, if I ask him
Why
for help,
though?
I
still cook, especially on weekends. I still cook.
Oh yeah, okay. That's the thing, like, when I need the help, when let's say I'm ill or I feel anyway, he does everything for me. Like, he will bring the food, he will cook it, he will make sure I'm fine. So in that sense, I have an amazing husband, but it's just my choice that I am always cooking, because I love taking care of him. I love cooking, you know. And usually, I cook a lot of like Latvian food because that's what I'm used to, and I'm always craving it as well. And I also very much crave also Nigerian food. We both crave some days Nigerian food. God. I know how to do black eyed beans with some rice.
Do you guys know this Nigerian restaurant? Something Kiza. Yeah, Kiza.
Yes, Kiza. Yes. We had breakfast there. It's really nice. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's nice. Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been there once. Not to go eat though. There was like a African creative gathering.
Nice.
Something like that. So I went. It was like about 4 months ago or 5 months ago. That was the first time I've been there. But I've had their food a couple of times. Even this year when we had one of my sisters-in-law come around. Yeah, Valentine. I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the place is cool.
No, yeah,
It's alright.
it's good vibes there. It's good vibes.
Yeah. So marriage is a very beautiful thing. The other day we were talking about it being like living in La La Land.
Yes.
For us, we're living in La La Land, and I feel that there's no shame in accepting that
Of course, 100%.
we are actually living the dream. We're living the life, we're enjoying ourselves, and marriage is beautiful. Yeah, we're living in the La La Land. I feel that people don't talk about that enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's always about like one problem or the other. There's too much negativity and toxicity out there about marriage.
So much. I don't even want to be on Instagram anymore.
And that's not our experience. So I think that people who have beautiful marriages as God has planned it to be should talk more about it. But we know that as much as how marriages are beautiful, and thank God ours is that beautiful, it's still not like every day all about the aesthetics Pinterest boards, and matching pajamas.
No.
There are some days that is it's tricky.
Yeah.
What's one thing you've learned in marriage so far?
I've learned
Being married.
Mm-hmm.
That even people don't talk about it enough.
Yeah. So in marriage, that's a really good question, because like when you love someone, you love someone. A lot of people say, there's these pink glasses and everything has to be all the time perfect. A lot of people get together because they think it's just all the time gonna be like that, and it's always gonna be just no arguments, everything perfect. He's gonna do exactly what I want, she's gonna do exactly what I want, but that's not gonna be the case. As much like doesn't matter, like the couples that are the most in love as well, they also argue. You have two different people trying to come together, and it's about sacrificing yourself to the other person, and sometimes agreeing even when you disagree. And I think that's what's like is not spoken a lot, because a lot of people say, happy wife, happy life. And to some extent that is true, but both parties need to be happy in their marriage. And I would even say especially the man needs to be also happy, because he's the one that's leading the family. Woman is the one that submits to him. So I would say that's my unpopular opinion.
My own unpopular opinion is that both parties must submit to each other for balance. Because once you're in love, you've already submitted to that. So that's what it means, because leadership is vulnerability. Leadership is submission. Being responsible for both of your roles, all of that is submission. So I truly believe that it's both ways. For there to be balance, because that's the only way you can actually admit and be better. Let's say something is wrong and you're like, oh, I'm the leader, I'm the man, so I'm always right.
No, that's toxic as well.
I'm always right. So and after all, the woman does all the submission. But how do you grow as a person if you have such a mindset?
You can't have that kind of mindset.
So if you're in love with someone, truly you're building a life with the person, that just already means you've submitted to that person, and that's the only way you can even admit to your flaws and want to be better, to be intentional about peace and happiness being the forefront of the home.
Because that's the thing, is like it's unavoidable. Like at some point you will feel disrespected and he will feel disrespected. You don't even realize how did you do it. But sometimes things like that happen, and it's about just realizing the bigger picture, isn't it? That it's us against the world, not the world against.
Exactly.
No, not us against each other. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Us against the world. Yes.
Yes. It's a team, and together we're stronger, and nothing can break that team apart.
Yes.
You know. So, but I hear some people say, "Oh, my wife and I, we don't argue, we don't have any issues." Sometimes I feel like, really, is that possible? Like, what do you mean that you guys don't argue at all? Why don't you argue? It's not realistic. I've heard some celebrities say that, oh, my wife and I, we don't have any arguments. I've heard people say that, but
It is interesting. Like, I'm not gonna lie
is
to you
that
guys.
true?
Like, there was a period in our marriage where it was for a whole, like, a year we just didn't argue. Like periods, you know,
That can happen.
big periods.
That is very true. You can actually go for years, or 1 year, or months without quarreling.
Which is amazing.
Because a happy relationship, there's definitely less disagreement. Okay, there would be disagreements, but it shouldn't lead to quarrel, like heavy quarrel, heavy problems, you know, that will make you not to talk to each other. You know, disagreements are mild. There will be mild disagreements, but like fighting, it's very possible to go a year. It's very possible to go a year without fighting. Huh? This way. It's very possible to go a year without fighting. It's possible, but like to say all through your marriage you've not had issues, I feel that's unrealistic.
That's very unrealistic.
Yeah, because happy marriages, happy homes, a couple that understand themselves, a couple that are friends, they hardly fight. A couple that like they're best friends, ride or die for each other, they hardly have those fights, you know. But to say you don't have fight at all,
yeah, that's not true, because
that's
like
not realistic.
How can then you realize where you need to improve on? Do you know what I mean? So if I do something wrong and he tells me this is wrong, then okay, I might disagree or whatever, and that then turns into maybe a little bit of a argument. Maybe I get defensive, but at the same time I start to realize, okay, I need to fix this issue, for example. And yeah, otherwise how can you know, how do you know where to improve?
Yeah, exactly, because this is what disagreements are for, you know. But so long as the home is without toxicity, that's the most important thing. But it doesn't mean that there wouldn't be moments of disagreements, you know. But you can definitely go a year without fights. There's some people who even want the fights because they feel that, oh my god, it's so boring, why is there so much peace? There's people who like the fights. I don't know what their problem is. They don't like peace. They like being troubled.
And you know what, guys, like, be careful of Instagram, because the minute you're also just scrolling and just mindlessly looking at all of these couple kind of things, you get a lot of false information about this kind of thing. Women saying, oh, I want to fight with my husband, you know, like, and on purpose, you know. Let's say if he wants to go out and she's already, let's say I already planned the fight so he doesn't go out, you know, and things like that. That's very toxic. That's like, not correct.
Why do you have time for things like that? Why are you such a bad vibe?
That's bad vibes. Yes, that's bad vibes, literally.
Okay, let's move on to the next segment. This segment is actually hot takes and unfiltered moments. It's like a quick fire round. Like, I just ask you just take. Okay, painting or podcasting?
Painting,
obviously. Faith or freedom?
Faith.
For me, freedom. Jollof rice or Latvian dumplings?
Jollof rice. For you? You haven't had Latvian dumplings yet.
Interior design pet peeve. What's your interior design pet peeve? What do you find annoying in interior
Annoying.
design?
Like really old wooden, like kind of everything, like kind of everything wooden, those kind of things, like wooden walls, wooden floors, wooden furniture, all at the same time. No.
So woody. Okay, what's one belief you've had 10 years ago that has changed completely?
What's one belief
That you had 10 years ago that has changed completely?
that I don't need English language in my life? I really do.
That means
Otherwise, I would be able to talk.
you don't have anyone. Okay, none can come to your mind right now. You just said rubbish.
It just came to my mind.
Like, some people believe that if you can speak well, it's a sign of intelligence. If you can speak English fluently, like properly, it's a sign of intelligence. So maybe what you meant to say is that,
as in, like, I didn't even know how to talk. Like, as in, I didn't. You learn like a new language.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have to learn right now Russian, you would not know how to talk it.
No.
I mean, like that kind of. You said, oh, I would never need Russian, and then in 10 years' time, you live in Russia, and you have to speak Russian.
Okay, so that's what you mean. So what the belief that has changed over 10 years ago is that you thought you didn't need English, but now you understood the importance of English because you needed English.
Yes.
Okay. I
think that was 10 years ago. Yes.
Yeah, but that adds up. Because some people will be like, oh, when they want to measure your intelligence, especially nations with English as their second language, but a general language, but second, because your mother tongue, your tribe language is always like your first language. But countries like Nigeria now, that our general language is English, but we have our individual mother tongues. Nigerian language, that's our first language, but English is our general.
In Latvia it's Latvian, and then the second one is Russian. So that's the other language that. So
you get some people who would want to measure intelligence with how good your English is. So I think I'm sure people would have realized now, especially if you're advanced. Okay, well, they're not advanced, that's why they will think that that's a measure of intelligence. Because someone can actually be speaking Russian and is very intelligent.
Yeah, that's nothing.
So it's not about language.
Yeah, that's very ignorant.
You could be an intelligent person speaking any kind of language.
Yeah.
And you could have an accent and it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter. No.
It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with anything.
Yes, that's just English people trying to make themselves look like they are the most intelligent people in the world.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. If that was the case. Do you have any advice for any young girl or young boy who could be watching this out there?
Yeah, I would say whatever you like to do, if it's if it's you love, you want to become a doctor, or you want to, whatever it is that you love, just stick to that skill, and no matter what, just continue doing it as young as you are. If it is getting internship into that area, or if it is trying to even make your little business in that area, or just selling your skill for money for that in that area, just continue with it. Just stick to it. It might be quite hard in the beginning and slow, but if you just keep going and keep the momentum up, the doors will open to you, and yes, you'll be able to succeed.
For sure. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Laura, for coming.
Thank you. It's
You
been a
for
pleasure.
making the time to be here. I'm so happy you could make it, and this has been an amazing conversation. I hope you had fun,
Oh,
because
so
I
much
did have fun.
fun. So much fun.
I'm so happy we got to do this. So thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate.
And God bless you, and you'll be amazing, Mom.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
Thank
So yeah, we've come to the end of the show. Oh, but before we go, what's your movie of the week?
I would say Pop the Balloon, American version.
That's a show on YouTube.
Show on YouTube.
It's
I don't have a movie. I don't really watch movies. I'm not gonna lie. All I do is I watch YouTube, and that's my favorite show.
fine. Okay, why'd you recommend it for our viewer to watch it?
There's actually not much reason behind it, apart from
Okay,
it's
why-
quite entertaining.
Okay.
It's romantic at the same time, and it's quite addictive as well.
Because it's about love.
Yeah, it's about love, and I like the American version because they actually are seriously looking for love. Of course, some of them are not, and there's like some funny characters there, but just generally, it's a really fun show to watch.
Unlike the Nigerian one where it's more funny characters than finding love.
Or the UK one is also.
I haven't
very
seen the
funny.
UK one too. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll go see it. But you made me see the American one. And there's this one that was on Netflix. She's American. The host is American.
Yeah, shout out to
Nigerian
Alete.
American or something. Babe. Yes. Okay, so yeah, this is it. We've come to the end of the show for this episode. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying tuned until the end. There you have it. It's MyndMedium Unfiltered. It's real, it's raw. I'm sure that you had an amazing time, just the way we had an amazing time, and you would continue to like, share, and you would subscribe. And don't forget, it's a new world we are creating, so let's ride. Bye.
Bye.
See you on the next episode.
Mind Medium. It's a new world we are creating. Let's ride.